And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Have a great 2-hour block for you guys today, joining us for Prime Day. Of course, we have some great Prime Day conversations coming up with some authors that are not only celebrating National Book Month, but some of them have some new releases, like my first guest here in this first block for sure. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon Live side, make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You will also see all of the books and products of our guests for this block. And again, we have a 2-hour block for you guys here. Also some great deals as well, including for us guys. We have some great fall wear, like this Carly Window sweater that I'm wearing. Tell you guys about that later. But also some great things for your home and office. But we're going to kick things off with the books. And I'm so excited to welcome best-selling author Pat Simmons to our broadcast today. She's someone who's been able to inspire us, to entertain us, and she has a brand new book that is literally out today. I have it here on my Kindle. It is called Content. And she's the author. She has the paperback cover.
No, this isn't paperback. This is hard copy.
Oh, hard copy. Okay. See, she's really showing me up today. She has the hardcover of her brand new book, Content, Grandma BB Shenanigans. We're going to talk to Pat not only about the new book. Hello to you, Angela. Good to be able to see you over there on the Facebook side. I do want to say, for those we are simulcasting, so welcome to those joining us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us. Also, of course, we see Pele is joining us there as well. Pele, hello to you. Glad to be able to have you with us. But Pat, so glad to have you here on Amazon Live on your pub day.
I know. I mean, can't get any better than that.
Well, I appreciate that. Jennifer Copeland, hello to you, joining us on Facebook as well. Pat, I have to start this segment off talking about this journey for you, though, because you have had such an extraordinary ride as an author. What has it been like for you to do, like I said in my intro, to inspire, to entertain through the books you've been able to write?
You know, I counted a privilege that I have been able to write for 16 years. And I count it an honor to be able to inspire people that want a closer walk with the Lord, or someone they're in situations and they feel hopeless. And I can provide like parables with scriptures that they can go back and meditate on. You know, it's not just my situation or maybe my girlfriend's situation or my brother's situation, but for people to be able to identify and see themselves in the books.
Yeah. And I want to dive into that a little bit because I think it ties into how you promoted Content, which was brilliant. Because did you go into this, Pat, knowing that, you know, it kind of is a twofold package, right? That you wanted to be able to share a message, which you're so good at doing, but doing it in a way that was pleasurable and not preachy.
Oh my God. You know, I have learned over the years that preachy is relative. What someone may consider preachy, someone else can consider that's just what I needed. So by me being a Christian author, I try to listen to the Lord. How can I deliver this message so that it can be received? And I always tease people, but it's true that you can read my books on Saturday and go to church on Sunday and be guilt-free. You don't have to worry about the preacher saying, why don't you dedicate your, an hour a day for prayer, and then going in between your mind is that sex scene that was in your book you read last night. So, I consider it a privilege that I can inspire you, entertain you, and still you can walk away with something refreshing.
Yeah, love that. So for yourself, I mean, you've been able to see the changes in not only the publishing industry, Pat, but in your genre. What has that been like for you to see the way that what is looked at as Christian fiction has definitely evolved over the years?
Well, I have learned that, and I was telling a good friend of mine not too long ago when Christian fiction was hot, and you can get a book deal because you wrote Christian fiction. Everybody jumped in, whether they had a message from the Lord or not.
Mhm.
And I have read a book where there was so much shenanigans going on, and I'm serious. And at the end of the book, the person got saved. I'm like, woo, what a journey! But then whatever's hot, everyone jumps on to
Mhm.
try to write. So I think now people that are writing Christian fiction write it because they're inspired by
Yeah.
the Lord to help and minister to those that are just in different situations.
And I think that ties in perfectly then to the brand new book, Contempt. I want to talk about social media for a second as we kind of dive into Contempt for a second, Pat, because I love the way that you really helped to prime us for this, getting into character, so to speak, especially on Instagram, and that will live on forever, especially for those of us like myself that screenshotted it to tease you about it years from
Okay, see, you don't see, I got the wig. Okay.
now. So Pat, talk to us about that. Talk to us about Grandma BB and what it was like for you to help us to get to know her before this book came out.
I had no idea what I was doing. And I think, I think a lot of first time authors, we create these characters. My first book in this series was Guilty of Love, and it dealt with a woman who was suffering from the after effects of having an abortion. And I
Mm,
really didn't want to dwell on that topic. I don't
mm,
like to write my Christian novels pointing fingers at people. I just
mm.
want to present the inspiration, and if that is, pulling you, fine. So I created this wacko next door neighbor who will give some comedy relief for the serious topic.
Right.
And my editor, and I really just give a shout out to Joylyn Jossel, or Joylyn Rice now,
Hmm.
Ross, because at the end of the book, she said, "Well, who killed Grandma BB's husband?" And I'm like, I had no idea. Grandma BB was not, she was just a little fluff in the book. She was
Yeah.
not designed to have any type of play in any of the books. I have tried to kill that woman. I said she cannot live to 200. And let me tell you, this little wig here, you see this? This wig, after a couple of times, it gives you a headache.
Oh
But
my god. So Pat, so talk to us then about, because it's interesting hearing you say that. I think some people may be surprised about that. Then so what you're saying is she was really a secondary character that really you hadn't really thought a lot about her story before?
no, no. But again, I thank God for that editor because she saw something I didn't see.
Okay.
And I have had men and women alike, black and white, that have
Mm.
loved Grandma BB. And people kept asking, when is her story coming out? When is her story coming out? And it was always my answer, I don't know.
Mm.
Um, but I felt that while I was waiting for the next generation of Jamesons to come out, and the next generation hits next month, the Christmas novella, I said, okay, I got to do the work. And this book, and I want to say the hard copy is only available on another platform. I'll put it
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
on another platform.
Mhm.
Um, but this book was hard. And I found myself cheering up, and I went on social media like, y'all just don't know. I'm having a moment. But I was. I was having a moment because I was so invested in the story
Mm.
And I number one did not know how old Grandma BB was. Number one,
Mm.
I didn't know, because at the first book I had her old, and then when I found out that she gonna live a little while longer, I had to kind of lower her age until it just got to the point she's 70 something. We're having a birthday party for her this year. How old? She's 70 something plus.
Mm.
And so
Gotcha.
I had to really calculate how old she was. And so the book is set right smack in the civil rights era. I'm like, oh, what have I gotten myself into? So, oh man, but it was it was overwhelming for
Mm.
me to write in an era where I was a little kid and didn't understand why blacks did this, or why my parents said this, or why they would have us take a bath before we go outside to play and put on shorts. And I'm like, we're going to get dirty. But I didn't understand that when they were in the neighborhood that was predominantly white, that they shouldn't have been there, that they
Mm.
basically had to say, I'm good enough to live in this neighborhood. My children are just as good as yours. I mean, and I called my mother so many times. She kept saying, what are you writing? What did I tell you before? But I learned a lot to appreciate our parents. Not that I didn't appreciate my parents before, but my
Right.
parents, grandparents, what they really went through. This isn't a newspaper article or radio story. These are flesh and blood people I grew up with, and I really didn't understand what they faced every day. Well, Grandma BB, only thing I will give this out.
Mhm.
I'll give people this much. Grandma BB was picked to be part of the Little Rock Nine,
Mm.
but she didn't make it. I'm
Well, it goes to when I got it on the Kindle. Of course, my day started early today, Pat, because of Prime. And so, what I thought was interesting when I started reading this morning, in the very beginning of the book, I thought about something I wanted to ask you, because as Grandma BB is talking about, of course, what she wants, which is planning that a lot of people do for their funerals and that kind of thing, and talking about the tributes, and her reply was, "I've lived a long life." What I thought about for you, though, is a question about legacy, because you are one of those people, Pat, whether you acknowledge it or not, have not only paved the way for a lot of people, but have inspired a lot of people through your writing journey and your career. Have you been thinking about legacy, and did that make you think about your own literary legacy as you were writing this book?
I think for every author, we think about what we will leave behind.
Hmm.
And in my writing, I just want people to see the Lord. I want them to see Jesus in my writing, and to be inspired. I read reviews. I read the good reviews and I read the bad ones. And praise God, I got more good reviews than bad. But
Yes.
I have learned how to know which ones can affect me and those which ones to kind of push away. But
Yes.
I want people to I just got a review this weekend where someone classified me as an ambassador to the Lord, because I don't you go to church to be preached to. I mean, I would hope you go to church to hear some preaching versus
Mhm.
showing up and seeing what I got on.
Yeah.
But when you pick up, Christian fiction, I would hope you're picking it up not just for a good love story or historical, but something that's going to draw you closer to the Lord. So in my legacy, I want people to say, I want to be able to inspire people and draw people close and be genuine, to the Lord.
Yeah. Love that. There was a comment Angela had said. I wanted to go back. Hello to you, Jacqueline. Good to be able to see you. Jacqueline's joining us over there on Facebook. Jacqueline Cox. Angela says, Cyrus, well, it's all about Grandma BB and her Stacey Adams shoes. So I think So I've gotten to this morning. I was thinking I was on chapter 4 or 5. Oh, Midnight Ace Book Bar is joining us on the Amazon Live side. She says, "Good afternoon to you, Pat, as well. Hello to you. Thank you so much for joining us over on Amazon. And again, for those tuning in on Amazon, to see you guys over there. I got 190 of you guys over there already. So make sure you guys do. You'll see." We have Pat's book actually highlighted now. So Contempt. I have mine on my Kindle here. I think my paperback will be in today. But make sure you guys go ahead and click on it there. As you can see, there is Contempt. You can get it there for $4.99 for the Kindle edition. And of course, she's able to have the other physical copy because she's the author, though. You guys would expect her to be able to have that. And feel free to give us some hearts. You'll see the hearts there on Amazon as well. We can see those. Appreciate you guys giving us some hearts as well. They're totally free. They don't cost you anything. Pat, I want to ask you, though, about the other thing that's happened the past few years. And then we're going to let you share with our audience how to stay connected with you. What has it been like for you to be back out, actually spending time with readers? We went through the pandemic. Definitely that has been jarring for many. Some people are still kind of figuring out what they want to do or not. What has it been like for you to be back out meeting your readers?
I love readers. Readers inspire me. Everyone needs an encouraging word. Mm-hmm. Cypress, I'm watching you all the time. Thank you so much. That encouraging word can take you really far. And so to see the readers, to get the hugs, to get the love. I have a long-time reader from Chi-Town that is flying from Chi-Town to Atlanta and then driving from Atlanta to North Carolina to see me at a conference. Now, if that ain't some love, I mean, I thank God for my readers. Without them, I would not still be writing.
Yeah. Such a great thing, and I know they appreciate it as well. Pat, it is National Book Month. Outside of it being release day for you, for yourself, though, I mean, for those who are just finding out about Grandma BB, I literally just thought about this as we were having this conversation. Do they need to read the previous book before they read Contempt, or is it okay for them to start with this one?
They can start with this one because this is all about Grandma BB.
Okay.
This is all about her. And there's so many Jamesons now that I only spotlight a few because we know that this is her funeral rehearsal. Mm-hmm. She don't want nobody late, and your tears better been genuine and all that. I mean, all that stuff. She is a hoot. But I think people will fall in love with the Jamesons and what she's become to them, that they'll want to go back. But no, as soon as you read this book, you gonna know about her from day one. And there's 11 books before this, and then the Christmas novella, which starts the next generation, is next month.
Wow, a lot going on for you. Again, everyone, best-selling author Pat Simmons has been our guest. Hello to you, Duke J, joining us on the Amazon Live side. Appreciate that follow. Midnight Ace Book Bar says, happy release day. Grandma BB is a staple of the Jameson series, for sure. And for those who are just now finding out the Jameson series, it'd be a great way to introduce you guys to them. And then, of course, being able to go back. Pat, really glad we had a chance to kind of see each other this time. We've had you on the radio show in the past. Glad to be able to speak with you. Let our viewers know, though, how to stay connected with you.
I am on all social media platforms. And I say that, unfortunately, I can't keep up. If I go in hiding, it's because I'm writing. But I do pop out. Grandma BB, you probably gonna see this maybe today. She gives me a headache. But they can stay in contact with me by visiting my website, which is patsimmons.net.
Okay. There you go. Oh, and there's a comment from Angela. I want to make sure. Thank you, Pat Simmons, for the Jameson series. Ebooks on sale for 99 cents on Amazon. So make sure you guys take advantage of that as well. Again, it's National Book Month. Go ahead and rack up. And, of course, make sure to share it with your friends as well. Pat, congratulations to you again. And thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And thank you, readers. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, Cyrus.
Yay, more than welcome. We have more Prime Day conversations coming up. We also have some great deals for you guys. And for us fellas out there who are looking to start being able to get things for our fall and winter wardrobe, One of the brands I have the privilege of working with for the past couple of years is Carly Window. I love their sweaters. If you guys have been watching me on Prime today, this is my third Carly Window sweater to be able to share with you guys today. So I definitely want you guys to know they're running a Prime Day special today on all their Carly Window crew sweaters. This one that I'm wearing right now is $29.58. That's $29.58 for the Carly Window sweater. I love the design on this. Again, if you saw me earlier, I had on one of their blue ones. I actually had on two of their blue ones earlier. So they have different designs you can be able to choose from. I kind of fit what fits for my personality. I have more that I'll be sharing with you guys today and tomorrow. So again, Carly Window is the brand. We have it highlighted in our carousel for those joining us on the Amazon side. So again, you can get this sweater I'm wearing right now for $29.58. For those readers out there that are traveling and you're looking for a way to stay connected, my brand Zero Core has a great power bank for you guys to help you make sure that your laptop, your tablet, and your phones are all powered up and ready to go. This is their power bank you guys see here. I love this. It's on 40% off today for Prime Day. You can get it for $65.50. Let me tell you some of the features of it. For one thing, you have a 3-prong plug, which is great for your tablet or for your laptop. You're able to charge up 2 of your USB devices, whether it be your iPad or, of course, even your phones, keeping them charged up. And get this, has a flashlight on the opposite side to be able to help you if you're able to use it outside, or, of course, you may need it in your vehicle as well. So, again, the brand is Zero Core, a great way to make sure that you keep all your devices connected and ready to go. Again, 40% off today. You can get it for $65.50. Also, of course, you guys know for the past couple of years here on Amazon, I've talked to you guys about my Homidic table waterfall. It's on a crazy deal today. It is 54% off. 54% off for the waterfall. It's $15.99. As you guys see, it has 3 tiers here. Very easy to be able to assemble. All you have to do is put it together. It comes with the stones that you need. All you have to do is add the water to it. It's nice and relaxing, fits in any room. We have it, of course, here in the home studio, but we also have one in the office as well. But again, a great way to be able to add some nice atmosphere and ambiance to a room. Again, this is from Homidic. This is your 3-tier waterfall, again, on sale right now for $15.99. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about that we have on sale today, go ahead and pull it up in my carousel. For those of us that are Android users, and yes, we do use Apple products for our Amazon live broadcast, but for my day-to-day, I am an Android user. We have some great protective cases that are on sale today for only $7.99. Now, this is for the Moto G. I have the Motorola Moto G. I love the fact it definitely keeps my phone protected. Don't have to worry about if you drop it, your screen cracking on you. But again, the Prime Day deal for this is only $7.99. I should mention that the Motorola Moto G phone is also on sale right now for Amazon for Prime Day. We're going to be talking more about that tomorrow. I featured it in a previous broadcast today, so you can definitely take advantage of that. So again, this is the Motorola Moto G case for $7.99. A great way to make sure that you keep your phone protected and don't have to worry about it cracking on you. So again, we thank you all for being with us for our Prime Day conversations. We have 3 more in this block that are coming up. Also, some more great products we're going to be sharing with you guys as well. If you have any questions about any of the items that we're showcasing, any of the authors that we're talking to, make sure you guys do take advantage of the chat. We do have the chat open on all of our platforms for Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And then, of course, for those tuning in on Amazon Live, all you have to do is be able to click either here in this corner or down below to be able to get the books and products that we're talking about today. So again, in our first block, we were able to talk to best-selling author Pat Simmons. She's celebrating her brand new book you guys see here called Content. I have mine here on my Kindle. A really entertaining read from the very beginning. So definitely make sure you guys do get it. But we have more great conversations coming up. Our next guest that we have coming up for our next segment let's see, is going to be Carolyn Coleman. Carolyn's going to be joining us. You guys know her also as Louise Garrett. We're going to talk to her about her own writing journey. She's been a part of some anthologies I've been able to rate. She's an international best-selling author as well. But also let you guys know how to stay connected with her too. Hello to you, Jennifer Copeland. I hope I spoke with you earlier when Pat was on. I think I did. I appreciate you being on with us. Congratulating Pat there on her book as well. So again, a lot of great authors coming up today, a lot of great products that are on sale right now for Prime Day. I'm working with 100 brands this week to be able to showcase with you guys some things for us guys, also things for the home and the home office, also just for your day-to-day use as well. We'll be showcasing them during Prime Day for you guys today and tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions about any of the items that we're talking about today, feel free to let me know. We'll be glad to be able to answer those for you. And also, as I mentioned, for the guests that are coming up in this next block, also, if you have any questions for them or that you would like to be able to address, make sure you guys put them in the chat as well. Also, want to let you guys know for Prime, if you guys are wondering about any deals that are going on, the deals that are for Prime, because I have had someone ask me how long the deals will be going on. It's to midnight on Wednesday night. That's when the deals officially end for Prime. So someone also asked me if there's going to be different deals for tomorrow than they are for today. What I can tell you is that the brands that are already running Prime Day specials, like the brands that I'm working with here, it'll be the exact same price tomorrow as long as they have supplies left. So keep that in mind. Some of these do have limited supply limits on them. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can kind of watch some of them. If you notice them in an earlier block, some of them may have said there's 12 available, order soon, that kind of thing. But if you don't see that, you should be okay through the end of Prime Day for this week. So just kind of keep that in mind. But again, we are here for you guys here on Amazon for Prime Day to help you not only with your shopping, but also with your entertainment, which is what I'm doing today is we're mixing in both products, but also great conversations with our Prime Day conversations. We kick things off today with Robert Helm. He is the creator of All Sports Headgear. If you guys did miss that segment, it is right here on Amazon. Make sure you guys do take a look at that. It's a great product for men, women, individuals young and old to be able to help to not only protect themselves, but also to be able to add some style as well. We also spoke with award-winning author Melissa Banks. We talked about her book, Dream by Design, the Inspirational Journal. And then for this block, we kick things off with Pat Simmons. Pat, again, is a best-selling author, and her new book is called Contempt. Again, all of those are right in the carousel for you guys joining us on Amazon. So make sure you guys, again, click either on the side or on the bottom to be able to take advantage of all of those products and books. And as I mentioned, our next guest coming up is someone who's actually making her first appearance as a solo here on Amazon Live with us, and it is Carolyn Coleman. You guys know her also as Louise Garrett. We're going to talk to her not only about her own writing journey, but also the projects she's been a part of as well. One of the projects that you'll see we talk about a lot this week is She Said Yes to Herself, the anthology that is coming out this week as well. So we will be talking to you guys about that too. We do have it in the carousel here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys on the Amazon Live side. You guys can get it right now for only 99 cents. So again, make sure you guys take advantage of that. You can get it for 99 cents right now. She said yes to herself. You can see it there. So make sure you guys go ahead and add that to your reading list. We also have some other books that are on some great sales as well. We're going to talk to you guys about too. So again, want to welcome you guys as we reset here for Amazon Live. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Cyrus Webb Presents. Glad you all could be with us for our Prime Day conversations, as well as, of course, sharing some great deals for you guys as we're going throughout the next 2 days. You guys know these are the last Prime Day deals before, of course, we get into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, small business coming up as well Saturday. So make sure you guys do take advantage of these deals because some of them are really good. I've shared with you some of the ones that I've had here in front of me here. We have others that we're adding as we're going throughout today as well as tomorrow. And again, as I mentioned, over 100 brands that I'm working with, they really do capture different areas of your life, both for your home, for your office, and then, of course, for your personal use, for us guys out there. We definitely have some great things for you. So make sure you guys bookmark the page and stay with us. So let's go ahead and switch over now. As I mentioned, we're going to have joining us Carolyn Coleman, also known as Louise Garrett. We're going to talk to her not only about her own writing journey, but also, of course, what it's been like for her to do what she loves as a storyteller and to be able to share that with all of you. We're going to also let you guys know how to stay connected with Carolyn and all the great things that she is doing as well. The other great thing that I love about Carolyn is that she's very active on social media. We're going to talk to her about that, what it's been like for her to be able to not only to be able to find an audience online, but also offline as well. If you guys are not staying connected with her, we will let you guys know how to be able to stay connected with her as well. I want to welcome those who are tuning in. I see you guys over there on LinkedIn. If you guys have any questions for us, make sure you guys let me know. Let's see. Myra, hello to you on the Facebook side. I don't know if I spoke to you earlier, Myra. Thank you so much for being on with us. I really appreciate that. And also those tuning in on YouTube as well. Now, keep in mind, if you guys are joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, there is a link that will bring you over to Amazon. If you guys do have any problems or you see something that you like and you're not able to click on it, click on that link. It'll bring you over to Amazon, and that way you can be able to get it for yourself. Laquita, good to be able to see you over there on the Facebook side, and I'm going to be speaking with you as well later on, so looking forward to that. And let's see if we have Carolyn. We don't have Carolyn, it looks like, yet joining us. Let me just take a quick look here. Go back and see if we have her on with us. Okay, it doesn't look like Carolyn has joined us yet, so we're going to give her a second to be able to pop in. Let's see. While we're waiting on Carolyn to be able to come in, what I will be able to do for you guys, let me go ahead and show you just two more things real quick that we have for you guys as far as sales go. I was going to wait and do these a little bit later, but I can go ahead and give Carolyn time to be able to get in. I can go ahead and be able to share these with you as well on the as far as the Prime Day deals that are going on today. So we have some of our lights that we have that are on sale for today, but also, of course, for those looking to be organized, we have some things to be able to help you with that too, as well as, of course, for the home office as well. So let me go ahead and walk you through just a couple of those things. For those who are looking for a way to be able to organize, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the carousel on the Amazon Live side. And this is the electronic organizer. Let's see. That I use here. I use one for the office, but I also have one that I travel with. It is on Prime deal today as well for $7.99. You guys can see it here. This is a great way to be able to keep like your power bank, also your charging cables, to be able to keep those all connected. It has two zippered sections that are here. Go ahead and open those up for you can see. So for me, of course, I use my charging cable here, but also, of course, we'll have things like, you can see there, your wall plugs too. So it's a great way to be to keep all of that organized in one place. Again, it's on a Prime big deal for $7.99. I'm going to go ahead and take out the wall charger because it also is on a Prime deal as well. So let me go ahead and show that to you guys too. As well as for those who are iPhone users, if you're looking for a great wireless charger for you guys and a charging cable, this is a great set. You get 3 of these braided cables, as you can see here. You get 3 of these for $6.39. And they also are on a Prime deal as well. Nice long cables. Again, I'm using mine right now for the iPhone that we use here for Amazon. But it's a great way to be able to make sure that you're able to keep your phones charged up and ready to go. You also don't have to worry about the breaking because it's not the plastic. It is the braided cables you can see there. And that, again, is $6.39 for those. So, again, you have the organizer that is on sale right now for $7.99. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it again on the Amazon Live side. Also, then we have the charging cords for the phone, for the iPhone. You can get 3 of those for $6.39 as well. The other item that we have, another brand that I've been working with now for a couple of years, is a brand called Avatar. And if you guys have noticed, of course, I use them a lot when it comes to our vases, both for the home studio as well as the office. This set, you get 2 of them. This is the smallest one here. And this is the large one. You get 2 of these textured ceramic bases here. You get 2 of them for $31.99. So $31.99. Keep in mind they do not include the plants and flowers. So those are not included in these. But look at the texture on those. Really nice modern design. So again, Avatar is a brand I like a lot. We've featured them on Amazon Live here the past couple of years. So I'm glad to be able to see they're having a Prime sale. The regular price is $39.99. Of course, you can be able to get these two for $31.99. So it's a really great deal for you guys to be able to keep in mind, especially if you're looking for some great bases for yourself. Again, keep in mind that the plants are not included in those. So you will have to, of course, use your own plants. But I have to be honest with you guys, they actually look good even without the plants in them. So if you're just looking for some nice decorative pieces, they definitely do come in hand for that as well. Let's see if we have Carolyn. Carolyn's still not with us. I don't know if. Hey, Carolyn, I saw you were in the chat earlier. Were you not able to get on? I'm curious. Let me go ahead. Okay. Let's see. Send her a quick note here while we get to our next item. Let's see if maybe she's able to jump on. I saw her in the chat earlier, but it doesn't look like she's actually joined us for the interview. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that and check for you guys as well. For those I see you guys over on the Amazon Live site, welcome to you guys that are just coming in. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. We have a mixture of great products that are on sale right now for Prime Day, but also, of course, some great conversations as well. We're calling it Prime Day Conversations. So if you have any questions about any of the items you see here or for our guests, make sure you let me know. I'll be glad to be able to add those in. Let's see. Let me go back here. And okay, she's okay. Make sure that she clicked the right link here. Go back here. Okay, I think she's trying to join us. Now, let's see. She said she can see us, but I do not see her. So I just want to make sure that she's able to get on. Okay, I think she's trying to get on now. So I do want to say that we do have some other products we're going to be sharing before we end this block. Again, this is a 2-hour block that we're on right now for Amazon Live. We have some other products from Avatar we're going to be sharing with you guys, so stay tuned for that. Also, some great items for the office as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. We're getting ready to bring in now Carolyn Cole, who many of you know also as Louise Garrett. I'm going to go ahead and see if she can come on. I just resent her the link there. You know, sometimes with the live broadcast, anything could happen. So we're going to see if we can get Carolyn on here. And then we'll be able to talk to her a little bit about her books. Let's see, is she there? Okay, no, we still don't have her there. So before Carolyn actually comes in, let me go ahead and tell you about this other item that has really come in handy for me. I don't know about where you guys are, but the temperature is now starting to change a little bit. It's getting a little bit cooler here. So I have been using this desk fan. And this desk fan is one that I love because it's adjustable, as you guys can see here. So this is what it looks like here. It's on a Prime sale right now as well for $23.99. It has 3 different, you can see there, speeds on it. That's a low, medium, and high on it. And it's adjustable too. So it's a great way to be able to stay cool in the home or the home office. So definitely one to be able to take a look at. The regular price is $39.99. It's on sale right now for Prime for $23.99. So another great item to be able to have. And there is Carolyn. I see her now. Gonna go ahead and bring her up. Carolyn, hello, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good to see you. So look, I just realized you were on the other side. You were on the other
I was on the other side.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me in the back door, but it's okay. We're good. We're good.
Good to be able to see you, Carolyn. So Carolyn, you've been able to, of course, write books under Louise Garrett, but also you've been a part of some anthologies as well. Talk to us about this year for you. What has it been like for you to see all your hard work paying off and the readers you've been able to come in contact with?
really has been very inspirational and humbling, very humbling at the
Hmm.
same time, because when you start off, all you want to do is write. You don't
Yeah.
think about marketing and the people that you can meet. But I've met some phenomenal people on this journey, and I'm really really excited. I'm really blessed about a lot of things about this. Never would have known that Gentry, just writing this one book to relieve some stress, would take me to these other platforms, but I'm so grateful that it did.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's interesting when I was prepping for this segment, and I saw the video that Jacqueline Cox made for you that showcased some of the books there. Talk to us about this. How did it all begin? How did Gentry kind of come to you?
Well, Gentry came to me. I ran for a local public office, and
Hmm.
campaigning is not for the faint of heart. It was
Yeah.
not something I wanted to do. God was like, run. And I'm like, no, I'm the nurse. I don't need to run for a political office. I'm good. But obedience is better than sacrifice. And that's what I had to convince myself. And my family was just all in and all behind me. But the stresses of campaigning, um, writing at the end of the day became very cathartic. It released that stress in a very healthy way. And that's when I got started with Happiness, Hurt, and Healing. And I wanted to find a character's name that was nothing reminiscent of anyone that I knew, so they wouldn't think it was them, because it is a book of fiction.
Yeah.
And so I came up with Gentry. I did a lot of searching to find someone that I had never came into any type of relationship with. And so Gentry stuck. A lot of people wanted a second Gentry to come back because they said I left them hanging. So there we came with the re-entry of Gentry. So what started off as one book turned into a 5-book series.
Wow. And so, along that way, then, Carolyn, did you know that there was more that you wanted to say? That you were writing fiction and people were enjoying that, but did you know that you wanted them to get to know you, or how did that come about that you wanted to be able to be a part of anthologies as well?
Well, the anthology came, the first anthology came about just from an invitation, and I really don't know where I received the invitation or who.
Hmm.
But I was like, why not? Sometimes we have to say yes as opposed to no. One
Yeah.
thing about it, I learned a lot from Pastor P regarding the anthology. She would have a lot of breakout sessions with us. She kind of held our hand along the way. So
Yeah.
it was a great learning experience, and it was a great experience. And the book did very well because it became a #1 bestseller.
Exactly. And shout out to Paulette Hopper. We've had her on the show several times. As you know,
Great.
Carolyn, really enjoy her and great to call her a friend. I've been knowing her for a long time as well.
That's great.
And so let me ask you this, because it's one thing to write fiction, and I'm going to also highlight for our audience too, and then we're going to let them know how to stay connected with you too, Carolyn, at the end of the segment. But it's one thing for people to get to know the characters that you write. What was it like for people to get to know you?
It was tough. It's tough to write about yourself. To me, when it comes to nonfiction and you're speaking of yourself, you kind of have
Hmm.
to walk away and undress, if you will, to lay yourself bare so that you can pull back off some memories you may have forgotten about, or and you have to relive that you have to rewalk that walk. But that itself is very cathartic as well, even though you go on with your life, and the past is the past, but to bring it up and to make you more relatable to other people. And I got a lot of good comments. I mean, people were emailing me, they were texting me. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I knew that you were a phenomenal person, but for you to tell your story, she said that made me feel the better. And a lot of people were really, really in tuned into the breaking point. And so the breaking point did accomplish what it set out to accomplish.
Right, right. I read it, and I think that may have been my introduction to you. I think, Carolyn. I think
Okay.
Breaking Point. But
Yes.
I think for a lot of people out there, Carolyn, I mean, you have been able to entertain, but also inspire. And I'm seeing a theme for the guests that we have for the next couple of hours here, because the author I had on before you was able to do the same thing. Is that kind of part of your hope, that you are able to say something that will change the way people see themselves and see the world around them?
Well, Cyrus, I am and have been an instructor for a while, off and on
Hmm.
within my nursing journey. And so my aunt always phrased this: if I can help somebody, then my living would not be in vain. And that's not her quote, but
Right.
whenever we would talk, because she was always about helping people. So if I can help a student learn something new, turn their life around, do something positive, then my living truly would not have been in vain. I consider myself a forever learner. So I want other people to be forever learners, or no, you don't have to stay where you are, in this process, but you do have to walk that walk in order to move into something different, something better for yourself.
Mm. You mentioned earlier, and of course, anyone who has followed you online, of course, have seen you talk about when you mentioned earlier about running for office. I think the thing is the other side of it too. Whether we talk about writing fiction, Carolyn, whether we're talking about sharing your story, um, there's a certain amount of fear that typically stops people. What has it been like for you to see the way that you've been able to address fear and not let fear stop you in the different parts of your life?
Well, the different parts of my life, you kind of have to be stubborn and know that you what you want for yourself.
Got you.
Because people will be naysayers, either
Right.
intentionally or unintentionally. When you tell me I can't do something, in the back of my head, I'm like, watch me,
Mm.
watch me. But everybody's not that way.
Right.
That's just who I am. Even in school, I did well in school. I'm not going to tell you that I was a magna cum laude, summa cum laude, none of that, but I did well. I did well. I
Right,
was a
right.
part of the National Honor Society, but and a lot of people be like, I had no idea you were that smart, and I'm like, well, what you thought? Just because I laugh and talk and either deal with you or don't deal with you, you have to get to know the person. It's one thing to see
Right.
people, but it's another thing. And I always get this: what made you start writing? And I was like, and why? Where do you get your ideas from? And I said, people like you. And they were like, what do you mean? I said, I'll weave a story from about 30 seconds of watching you interact with someone. You will become one of my stories. I might not, you won't be named, but your actions and your antics will become a part of my story.
Mm. Hearing you say that made me think about something else, because I think sometimes just talking to someone like you, Carolyn, can help someone to get out of their own way. What helped you to do that?
Absolutely.
What helped you to get out of your own way?
Using the name Louise Gentry in my writing, because that's my
Mm.
great grandmother.
Oh wow. Okay.
Louise Garrett is my great grandmother's name. And
Okay.
so I hid behind her because I wanted the book to rise and fall on its own merit, not
Okay.
under Carolyn Coleman, but
Mm.
read it for yourself, understand it for yourself. Everything's not for everybody. Yes, it's romantic comedy. Everything's not for everyone. I get that. I get that. But just accept it for what it is. And so, yes, I use that as a way to push me aside and let the book rise and fall on its own merit.
Love that. Love that. For those who are just tuning in, you all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. We're speaking right now with Carolyn Coleman in this block on Amazon Live as we're celebrating Prime Day. This is part of our Prime Day conversations where we're sharing with you guys some great authors, because it's also National Book Month, but also their titles that you can be able to add to your own reading list. We're also sharing with you guys some great deals here on Amazon. I'm working with over 100 brands this week to be able to showcase some great things for you. Many of them you see around me. Some of them I'm wearing. We're going to be talking about that more throughout the next couple of days. But we're talking to Carolyn not only about her journey as a storyteller, but what it's been like for her to use her gift to share it with all of you and to remind people what's possible. Carolyn, I'm going to go back to the breaking point for a second, if you don't mind. I have it highlighted in
Sure.
the carousel on the Amazon side for our audience, because what I thought about was so interesting is because when we think about the breaking point, a lot of times that thing that we fear the most is leading us toward our breakthrough. Talk to us about that for you. Could you have imagined when you started writing, that you would now be an international best-selling author?
No way. It's absolute. That was not on my mind. My mind
Mm,
was just to write. And so when I decided to take advantage of the opportunity under Pastor Pete, no, I still didn't have number one bestseller on my mind. I put my
mm,
story out. I told my story. But the funny thing is, I've been in nursing 38 years, and it doesn't seem like 38 years to me, but I talk
mm.
about what got me into nursing. Nursing wasn't on my mind back then. I wanted to be either a teacher or an occupational therapist. So, how I got into nursing, I really can't even tell you. Someone may have told me about the program. And that has led to a very fulfilling life for me.
Right, right.
So, even with the obstacles that came up during college, it's still, I was, like I say, you just have to have those blinders on and keep walking towards your goal.
Mm. Such a great
As
point.
with, yes,
Yeah, and
as
such a
with the
great.
breaking point, I'm sorry,
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
as with the breaking point, once I got in the middle, I was like, do I really want to do this? But I was like,
Mm,
I can't quit because I'm not a quitter. And so, and I'm glad I did not, but I don't think Pastor P would have let me quit. But you have to, once you say yes, you need to be all in. You need to be
yeah,
all in and work with the process. Work with
yeah,
the process.
yeah. So I guess that leads us to the obvious question. Jacqueline says, "Yes, Gentry." I mean, so what about what's next for you? What is it our audience should be on the lookout for, Carolyn?
Well, I'm coming out with something probably by the first of the year, and it's fictional as well. And then I'm thinking about writing some nonfiction
Mm,
during the following year, 2024. And right now is I'm still working on it, but right now it's left. It's called left, and might
mm.
be subtitles when things didn't go right. So
Oh
it
wow.
is. So it's left, and it's going to be a little bit more deeper. Maybe it's maybe some parts comedy, some parts real,
Okay.
about life. Because I want people to know you're not the only one who thought this way, that this happened to. I want it to be educational as well.
Got it. Got it. Well, that gives us something to be able to look forward to. Laquita says, yes, left. And Jacqueline Cox says, I love the Gentry series. And I think that's it. So, for our audience out there that is just now discovering you, Carolyn, what's the best way for them to stay connected with you?
On Facebook under Carolyn Coleman, they can go to my website, cpwbookshelf.com. I'm Instagram as Carolyn Coleman.
Okay.
I'm LinkedIn as Carolyn Coleman. I am there.
Okay. So there you go, and we are actually simulcasting this on LinkedIn as well. So definitely encourage you guys to make sure you guys on the LinkedIn side, make sure you guys connect with Carolyn. Carolyn, congratulations to you again. So glad we had a chance to talk, and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on your platform. You have a wonderful day.
Hey, thanks you as well, Carolyn. Appreciate that. And we do have more of a Prime Day conversations coming up for you guys. We have two more authors that are going to be joining me in the next block. So we'll be resetting here in just a bit. I also want to remind you guys about the products that we have available for Prime Day deals as well. If you're looking for something for your home office, I mentioned earlier about the Avatar vases that are here. There's another set of Avatar vases that are also on sale, and that is the 3-piece set. So you guys saw the 2-piece set here. I just shared with you guys. I want to go ahead before our next guest comes in. I want to be able to share with you guys the 3-piece set. Now, again, keep in mind that with these that the plants do not come with them. So I just actually got these plants from Amazon as well. You get 3 of them. There's one, and then there's a smaller one here, little stubbier there. You can see this one. And then we have a third one here. So this is the 3-piece set of Avatar. Again, the same brand that I shared with you guys earlier. You get 3 of these for $23.99. So again, this is the Avatar brand. I love the fact, again, they are ceramic. Really nice designs. You can see, I love the nice slick look of these. But again, you can get these in different colors as well. But again, this is the 3-piece set for $23.99. They also are part of our Prime deals as well. So you have choices there when it comes to Avatar. You can be able to get the 2-piece set that we talked about earlier, which of course is the more modern look, as you guys saw here. Go ahead and show you those again. So you have the 2-piece that you can be able to get, or you can be able to get the 3-piece set as well. So you can definitely take advantage of that. So again, both of those are great from Avatar, a great deal for sure. I saw someone made a comment about the waterfall. I didn't mention that earlier. I will go back and highlight it for you guys if you missed it. So the waterfall that I have here is from Homematic. Again, I've been working with them now for a couple of years. Again, this is the 3-tier waterfall that's on sale right now for $15.99. So again, it does come with these stones for this as well. So that makes it really easy. The assembly on this is very easy as well. So you can easily be able to put it together. All you have to do is add your water and you're all set to go. So again, this is the 3-tier, the tabletop waterfall for $15.99. And for those who may have mentioned where did that come from? I think it was YouTube about the power bank. The power bank, keep in mind that that is only intended for actually the largest, I think I would recommend using this for is your laptop. It's not really meant for larger appliances. This is really more for travel. But I like the fact that it is very durable. So keep that in mind too. Again, it's 40% off for the power bank. Again, you can be able to charge up 2 of your USB devices there. It does come with the flashlight here on this side, as you guys can see there. But also, of course, you have your one 3-prong plug there. And again, this is really made for your laptop and smaller devices. It's not made for larger devices. I will tell you this, though. We're showing it tomorrow on our broadcast. Zero Core also has a power station, which is a larger, like a mini generator. They're on Prime Day sale as well. I'm showing that tomorrow. That is more for, that will power up to a mini refrigerator. But when it comes to things like just for your laptop, your tablet, this is really what this is intended for. And I'm just telling you that so you make sure you don't short it out. So again, this is 40% off for the Zero Core portable power station. So make sure you guys do keep that in mind. Again, we welcome you guys here on Cyrus Webb Presents on Amazon Live, as we're not only celebrating Prime Day the next couple of days, but also our Prime Day conversations as well. We've already brought you guys 4 amazing guests today, so we still have some more coming up today, including, of course, our next guest, who's making her first solo appearance on our broadcast. Excited about that. I'm going to be speaking with Dr. Vanessa Blackwell. Going to talk to her not only about her own writing journey, but also something special she has coming up that you all can be a part of as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We do have the chat open, so make sure you guys do, if you have any questions or anything for Dr. Blackwell, you go ahead and put those in the chat. We will, of course, be able to read those off. I also want to welcome those again tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us as well for our broadcast. And Dr. Blackwell, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Do it. Oh, look, glad to do it. Glad to do it. It's good to be able to have a one-on-one with you here. Congratulations on what's been already a busy year for you. so let's talk about that, Dr. Blackwell. What has it been like for you to kind of look at this year and all the great things that's been happening?
This year has been truly amazing. I have worked with so many authors, over 300 and something this year, getting them on board for our new project that we have launching at the end of the year. So it's been an amazing year.
Yeah. Dr. Blackwell, let me ask you, did you always know? Well, because there's two things that kind of come up. I'm going to talk about the book that I read, Joy in the Morning, here in a bit. But did you always know that you had something that was meant to be shared with others to inspire them?
Well, I always like to write books, but I really started writing after I had a lot of losses. I lost all my siblings, three sisters and a brother, and both my parents. And this kind of threw me off into journaling and for healing and my grief coach certification. So yeah.
And so now here you are being able to not only to write these books to share your story, but also to be able to help other people to do that as well. What has that been like for you to see the not only the enjoyment that others get from reading these books, but also those who are working with you? What has it been like for you to see the appreciation they have for you putting projects like this together?
It's been amazing. Because this is as a visionary, I was actually in 8 collaborations, but doing them. But the joy of seeing people become bestsellers or authors, at all, it's just been amazing. And I try and share so much with them that I've learned along the way in writing my 25 books.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, I see on the screen there, people know you as Dr. V as well. I want to say for those joining us on the Amazon Live side, we have highlighted right now this book that I had a chance to read, Joy Comes in the Morning, as you guys see there. But there's also another book you guys will see in the carousel there, Guiding Light. And it's on a special price right now for the Kindle edition. You guys can get it for only $1. So definitely make sure you guys go ahead and one-click that. You can also be able to get the paperback as well. So talk to us about Joy Comes in the Morning, Dr. Blackwell, and Guiding Light. Talk to us about those two books and what inspired them.
So Joy Comes in the Morning was my last devotional that we did last year. It launched in July, and we had 90 authors. When I first started doing collaborations, I was doing chapters. And for my clients with grief and loss, most of them can only, are just looking for something for the day. So I started doing devotionals, and it has worked out really well. We've done 4 devotionals with 90 authors, and God just laid it on my heart to do one with 365. So it's been an amazing journey.
Wow. And for yourself, is it all kind of based around themes? Like for those, and I'm asking for those who are just now discovering the books that you've been able to have, the anthologies. Do you kind of base them on themes, like you just mentioned grief and loss there? Do you kind of have a theme in mind that you want to be able to share? Or how do you decide what each anthology is going to be about?
Joy restoration is really what we focus on, because most of the time if a person is struggling for us, empty nest, loneliness, there's so much going on in the world. So we, most of my projects are joy and helping others to find joy, because we've all had through in life. But like I said, once we make it out on the other side of it, you find joy in that you survive that.
Exactly. And I think that, again, is what is so great. And again, being able to reach people where they are, which leads us to Guiding Light. I'm going to highlight it for audience in the carousel, because this one is one that you've been able to write for children, for parents dealing with their children. Talk to us about this devotional, Dr. Blackwell, and kind of what led you to be able to write it.
So I was a single mom. I have 2 daughters and 7 grands. And you know how kids are, they always like, you don't want to be mom, always in the ear stuff. So, and then I'm a great grandma. So my granddaughter has a son. He's like 3. And, you just constantly be in their ear. So I was kind of writing something for young mothers. Because like I said, it's a struggle out here nowadays to even, to keep your kids on the path. I know I was born in the 50s, the late 50s, but the world has changed a lot. And it's so many distractions that kids are seeing, because our cartoons weren't us killing and everything in cartoons. So I wanted them to just go back to, rearing your children in God's way. And as they get older, they won't depart so much from it.
Yeah. Love that. And for yourself, I know the print edition is out now of Guiding Light. The Kindle will be out just a few days, just in time again to be able to fit in National Book Month. So has it been like for you to see the response again? Something very personal to you, touching others. What has that been like for you?
It's been amazing. I said my grand, since I'm the only one left in my family, I have my nieces and nephews and their kids as well, like 3 or 4 generations back. So it's to help them to become authors, to be able to learn how to make it out here. Because normally if you have a job, full-time job, you still need that extra, to create additional streams of income. And you can definitely do that with books. I retired from them in 2017, and I just turned books into a business. So, and I'm loving what you're doing because you're doing an amazing job yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's great to connect with great people like you. And I think those connections are so important. I want to ask you another thing, Dr. Blackwell, before we go into, I know there's something you and I messaged earlier. There's something that's coming up our audience can be a part of. I definitely want to talk about that. But I want to talk about building your tribe, because one thing I thought about when I was prepping for this segment with you is that, we all have heard the saying, I grew up with it, you are the company you keep. Also, of course, the importance of watching your circle. How has that helped you? Because you deal with some very, very, impactful topics, but what can be also some topics that can, be difficult for people. What has it been like for you to surround yourself with people who understand and can encourage you, but also to push you?
Yeah, well, most of my clients, I tell them to stay true to yourself. Grief and loss or is something that we all have to deal with one day. It's a bridge we all got to cross. So, yeah, it's hard when it's new, and then it all depends on the relationship you had with the person, of how long you will grow. It never goes away. I remember my mom was passed away in 1998, and I remember it like the love of my life was killed in a car accident in 2007. So you never forget the dates. But like I said, I want them to church, figure out what it is that God has you here, because we're here to do something. If you're still here, you still got something He wants you to do.
Yeah. Such a great point and such a great reminder for all of us. So, Dr. Blackwell, even with all that's happened for you already this year, including, of course, Guiding Light, as I mentioned, the Kindle edition coming out in just days, our audience can go ahead and pre-order the Kindle edition now, but the print edition is available now. So you guys can go ahead and get that. So definitely want to encourage you to do that. But Dr. Blackwell, you have another project you actually are gearing up for. Talk to our audience about that.
Absolutely. So the project that we're working on now is called Joy 365. Joy 365 is going to be amazing. And it's not just because of me, but it's because we'll have 365 wonderful co-authors. We currently have 332 on board. So once we get to 365, we shut the door. And each of our co-authors write for one day. It's a daily devotional for joy restoration. We have men and women, ministers, pastors, coaches, entrepreneurs. We have teens, and even a 7-year-old. So I said our book is for everyone, because we try to help everyone, to people to receive joy. We have authors that's in South Africa, Nigeria, Canada, Bahamas, Venezuela, Germany, Korea. It's just really going to be amazing. And just to, see their stories when they submit them and send them in. It's just so heartfelt. I just can't wait till this book launches.
Awesome. So as you mentioned, there's an opportunity now for people to be a part of it. I'm going to be asking you in a bit here, Dr. Blackwell, how our audience can be able to do that. I want to talk about another thing, though, because I think, as you've been able to kind of be a shepherd in this process for so many people, there's so many people who have either thought they had a story to tell or have been told they have a story to tell. What advice do you normally give them as they're kind of wondering, okay, Dr. V, I'm not sure if I want to do this or if I can do this. What advice do you normally give them to help them understand the importance of their story?
So in this and the projects that we work on, normally it's a short piece, but once they see it makes it real. There'll be a published author has happened in the previous project. Once they become a published author, you can autograph the book. So then you can, you know that this is actually real. So there'll be bestsellers or international bestsellers. That gets the ball rolling. And I tell them that you would duplicate the same steps that we go through throughout the process. So I always tell them a wheel is still a wheel. You just gonna put your spin on it, your rims, you know. So we go through the whole process of ISBN, why the cover is so important, how the book is laid out. But I let them see the steps.
Love that. Love that. And I think I want to say, I think the great thing about having someone like you involved is that they don't have to do it by themselves. And I think knowing that there's someone there to kind of hold their hand in the process, right, is so important as well. Again, everyone, Dr. Vanessa Blackwell has been our guest, Dr. V. We're talking to her, not only, of course, about her writing journey, but what's going to be like for her to shepherd others when it comes to, of course, being able to do what they love when it comes to sharing their stories as well. So, Dr. V, I want to give you an opportunity again. Let our audience know again, how can they be a part of the new project, but also how can they stay connected with you?
So you can find me on Facebook. I'm known as Dr. V, the best-selling book strategist. You can also www.lifeyouimagine.com. And to join us, it's a low cost. It's only $367. You will actually get 2 products in this this journey that we're on. We're going to create the devotional and a journal, so I can show you all how to bundle books. But I really pour into my co-authors because I want us all to win. And my goal is that they will all go off and write books, so that 365 books will be from this project.
Love that. Love that. Again, everyone, Dr. B has been our guest for this segment. Dr. B, again, congratulations to you on all the great things that are coming your way. And definitely looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. And you keep being amazing on purpose. Really appreciated this opportunity.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely glad to be able to have connected with you. And thank all of you for being with us as well. Have more great conversations that are coming up here on Amazon Live today, as we're not only celebrating, of course, the big thing, which is Prime Day, but also, of course, it's National Book Month as well. So make sure you guys are definitely staying connected there too. Again, for those who are just tuning in, make sure you guys do go ahead and give us a like there on the platform that you're watching us on. I definitely appreciate you all being with us. Not only, of course, for those joining us on Amazon Live, but also those tuning in on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us as well. We do have more Prime Day conversations coming up, but I also want to give you a recap of the products that we are talking about for this particular segment in case you missed them. If you have any questions about any of the products, again, that we have here with us, make sure you guys let me know. For those who are Android users, I actually use the Motorola Moto G, and we have a nice case for you guys today. You got the Jamila said, I haven't been on since Cyrus changed his background. Look, I appreciate you being on with us, Jamila. I appreciate that. So again, I have, again, for Android users there, I have the Motorola Moto G. This is a great case, of course, to be able to keep your phone protected. It's on a Prime Day sale today for $7.99. $7.99. It comes in 2 pieces, which makes it very easy for you. All you have to do is be able to snap your phone into the front part of it. And then, of course, you're able to put on the back part, which, of course, protects it. And, of course, you can see it allows you to be able to still be able to do your fingerprint there. And, of course, you have your camera free as well. So, again, $7.99 for the Motorola Moto G case for sure. A great deal and a great way to be able to keep your phone protected. The next thing we've been telling you guys about is the Homedics Tabletop Waterfall. This is something I've loved now for the past couple of years. This is on a crazy good deal today. So definitely make sure you guys check it out. 54% off. It is $15.99 today. $15.99 for the Homedic Tabletop Waterfall. Love this thing. It does come with the 3 tiers, and it comes with your stones. You do have to assemble it, but the assembly process is very easy. All you have to do is be able to stick the tiers in and then add your water. You're all set to go. So again, a great thing to be able to add to your home and to your office. Again, I've loved mine now for the past couple of years. I haven't had any problems with it. But again, it's on a really good deal, 54% off today for $15.99. I mentioned earlier that Zero Core is a product we're talking about today and tomorrow. Today, we're featuring their power bank. This is great for you guys. I know I use mine. If you've seen me out at the airport when I'm traveling, going to different events, this is what I use. It's a great way to be able to keep your laptop charged and ready to go. It's on a sale right now, 40% off for $65.50. Let me walk you through the three features of this that I really like a lot. One, you have a 3-prong plug there that is great, again, for your laptop, of course, be able to plug it in, or, of course, your tablet as well, or your iPad. You have 2 of your USB ports there, as you can see there. So you can charge up 2 devices here. And of course, you have a flashlight on this side, and you don't have to even turn the power bank on to be able to use these features. You can use all these without literally turning the power on. For the flashlight, all you do is press the button here, and there you have your flashlight there. Now, the cool thing is, when it comes to actually finding out, of course, what your power level is, this is your on-off switch here. You turn it on, you're able to see mine's at 100%. Because I charge mine every week, because I use mine literally all throughout the week. So it is a great deal. Again, 40% off, $65.50 as a price. Definitely comes in handy, but I do want to tell you guys, make sure you remember this. It is only intended for the largest thing to be a laptop. If you're looking for something to do like a larger appliance, I would recommend stay within the Zero Core family. But tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the Power Station. The Power Station is a 300 watts power station. You can power up to a mini refrigerator with it. This is not intended for that. So just keep that in mind. This is only intended for small items up to and including like your laptop when you're traveling or just want to keep it charged up. For us guys out there, Carly Window has a lot of their great sweaters that are on sale today, including the one that I'm wearing right now. If you've been watching me throughout the day, this is actually my third change of Carly Window sweaters for the day. But this is one of my favorite designs too, the two-tone design of the white and the tan, of course. This one is on sale right now for $29.58. When I got mine, it was $39.99. So again, a great deal for Prime. And again, if you've been watching me throughout the day here on Prime Day, you know, I've actually shared a couple of other of my favorite Carly Window sweaters. I'm going to be wearing a couple of more tomorrow as well. So definitely make sure you guys check these out. Again, $29.58 for the Carly Window sweater. Great for us guys as the weather's turning cooler. Great thing to be able to have around. Now, for those who may still need a little bit of airflow for you guys, I do have a great fan that I've been telling you guys about. I've had this now for about 3 years, this desk fan. It's also on a Prime sale. The regular price is $39.99. It's on sale for $23.99 today. And this is what it looks like. It does sit on your tabletop or, of course, your desk. I like the fact, and it is corded, so keep that in mind. You have 3 different air speeds on here as well. Here is your low. And as you can tell, it's not very loud. Here is your medium. And here's your high. It gives you a nice airflow, and also keep in mind you can be able to adjust it. All you have to do is just move it up and down to be able to adjust it to where you want the airflow to go. And you just do that with your hand there, as you see. Then, of course, you'll be able to turn it off. It is $23.99 today. Again, the regular price is $39.99. I've had mine now for about 3 years. I think I got it in 2020. So it definitely has come in handy. I haven't had any problems with mine, by the way. Only thing I would tell you about this particular fan is to make sure you clean the vents. I just take a brush and just clean the vents there just to make sure they don't get clogged up on you. But again, a great deal for your desk or, of course, your table for $23.99. Avatar is the vases that I've been telling you guys about today. I want to go back through those for those who may have missed it. We have the 2-piece of the ceramic vases by Avatar. You can get those for $31.99. Love these. So this is the small here. Gonna put it there. And then I'm going to show you guys the large. So this is the large one here. Keep in mind with the Avatar vases that the plants are not included. All you get are the vases, but I love the design. See the texture design on these? Really nice design. And again, you get two of these for $31.99. The regular price is $39.99. So again, that's from Avatar. So keep that in mind if you're looking for some nice vases. Again, keep in mind too, the plants are not included, but these are just some I got off of Amazon. So again, you can put, of course, your favorite plants in there, artificial plants, or of course, just have just the vases for a decorative look. You can do that as well. Either way, I mean, you can't go wrong. I really do like the design of those. Last thing I want to be able to mention to you guys as we get ready for our next segment here, and that is for those who have your phones and looking for a way to be able to keep them organized, your phone cords organized. We have an organizer here I'm going to show you guys that's on a Prime Day sale for $7.99. This is what it looks like here. And it has a two zippered section. So you have your section here. You can see they have your cords in. And also you have another section here that you can be able to put your items in. I keep things like my wall charger. I keep that in mind, especially when I'm traveling. And again, I love the fact that it has the mesh look. You can easily see what's inside of it. And then, of course, just be able to close it up. Again, $7.99 is the price of the electronics organizer here. And for those who are iPhone users and you're looking for a nice charging cable, have a great deal for those for you as well. This is the 3-pack. These are $6.39. So you get 3 of these. I'm actually using one right now. As you can see, this is the braided design instead of the plastic, which means you don't have to worry about them breaking on you like a lot of them do. Again, you get 3 of these nice long cords for $6.39. It's $6.39. A really good deal. I think for those, of course, who are iPhone users, a great way to make sure that you're able to be able to share with the family if you need to, but also to be able to have the different charging cords in different areas, like your car, like in your office, of course, being able to keep it in your bedroom. So again, you get 3 of them for $6.39. That is a really good deal. Again, I appreciate you guys being with us here for Cyrus Webb Presents on Amazon Live. We've been kind of doing a mixture of 2 things today. We've been sharing with you guys some great deals, as you guys have been seeing here, but we also been sharing with you guys some great conversations as part of our Prime Day conversations. We've actually had some amazing guests that we kicked off this morning. We have more coming up tomorrow as well. We have one more coming up for this next block. So we hope you guys will stay with us for that. We're going to be speaking to an author who's actually been with us before, that being Laquita Parks. We're going to talk to her not only, of course, about her own writing journey, but what's been like for her to motivate and inspire others through her platform as well, and be a resource for many people as well. So if you guys are not staying connected with Laquita, we will let you guys know how to do that. Also want to remind you, we will be back here tomorrow for more Prime Day conversations, as well as some more deals. As I mentioned, Zero Core is one of the brands we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Carly Window, the company that I'm wearing today, we'll have more products from them. Also, for those of you guys who are looking for a great deal on a Kindle, we have you covered, and it is National Book Month. You're looking for a way to be able to store those books and to be able to travel with them. Going to be talking to you guys more about that tomorrow. And also, we have some more accessories for you guys tomorrow as well. So definitely make sure you guys are staying tuned for us. If you guys are joining us on the Amazon Live side, we do welcome you guys to the program. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You see it either here in this corner or down below. Also, you will see all of the books and products that we've been talking about through these past couple of hours here on our broadcast. So make sure you guys click on them. If you see something you like, don't forget to add it to your cart. And also don't forget to check out. Now, as far as Prime Day deals go, all of these prices are good through midnight on Wednesday on October the 11th. So keep that in mind. So if you see something you like, I definitely recommend go ahead and checking out. Some of these things do have a limited quantity on them. So that also makes it more urgent for you to make sure that you go ahead and check out if you find something that you like. Also, I do want to say that you will notice that on some of the products, it will say they're very big. If you're wondering, how can I tell if this is a good deal? It will literally say on their Prime Big Deal. So that will let you know very easily. And then, of course, here on Amazon, all you have to do is go to the Prime Day tab there, and you can be able to easily be able to see what is actually on sale for it now. All right, as I mentioned, we have one more guest that's joining us for this next segment. Really excited to welcome back Laquita Parks to our broadcast. Had a chance to talk to her about another great project. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it in the carousel. We're going to talk briefly about it, but also about how she uses her platform. That is, she said yes to herself unapologetically. I want to talk to Laquita not only about her own journey, but what it's been like for her to use her platform in a way that's been able to motivate and inspire others. Laquita, hello to you and welcome back to the broadcast.
Hey, Cyrus. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Doing really well. Great to talk to you again. We've been staying connected on social, so it feels like we talk almost every day. But I'm so glad to be able to see you again. And I want to make sure it is pronounced Laquita again. I think I asked you that last time.
Perfect.
Okay,
perfect,
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And I should let people know for our National Book Month, Laquita also is in our issue of the magazine that's coming out here on Amazon later on this month, featuring the one and only Cedric the Entertainer and comedian Bill Bellamy. So look forward to that at the end of the month. So, Laquita, a lot going on with you. As I mentioned, you and I were connected initially because of your working with the project, the anthology. She had said yes to herself. Yeah. What has this experience been like for you, Laquita, to not only be able to use your platform in a way that has been able to motivate and inspire others, but also help them to give birth to their own goals and dreams?
You know what? It has been fascinating, absolutely fascinating. First of all, I want to shout out to Chanel Coleman for asking me to be a part of it. She said, yes, she's the visionary for this amazing project with over 30 women who are sharing how they said yes to themselves unapologetically. So we're calling it an Empower Her Guide. And not only am I one of the contributing authors, I'm also the publisher for this project. So Pay-Per-View Publishing is, we have the honor. And, you know, Cyrus, it has been a humbling experience for me because I work with a lot of authors and I love helping them. Pay-Per-View is helping people take their stories from a thought to a realization. But this particular project is a little different because most of the women that are in this book, there are authors in there, but most of them are telling their personal stories for the first time. Yeah. And we owe it to them to tell their stories in a way that represents the person listening, because our stories are not for us. Our stories are to help other people. So I'm honored to be a part of this project that is going to help women who are going through the fire and don't feel like they can say yes to themselves. This Empower Her Guide is going to be 31 different tips and tricks and strategies on how to say yes to yourself and be unapologetic with it. And it's a faith-based book. So I'm just excited to be a part. And I tell my story of medical childhood trauma in the book as well. So I'm super excited about this project.
Yeah. And Laquita, the thing is, you said something that's interesting. Carolyn says, congratulations to you, Carolyn Coleman. And we just spoke with a little while ago. You know, I think that the interesting thing, though, here, Laquita, is that a lot of times when we're in the middle of stuff, for one, it is not enjoyable. You know,
right. That's
there's
true.
that. But then there's also the idea we can't see how this can be. Like, we don't, not all of us have the Joseph moments. I look at Joseph and I think when he said to his brothers, what you meant for evil, God meant for good. That is, I'm not Joseph yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right.
I think a lot of people don't see the good in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What helped you to see the good or the lessons in stuff? What helped you, Laquita?
So I think for me, I say all the time, I'm constantly saying that God has gifted me with the opportunity to be in this position, because if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been in this position. I was working in a corporate job, but when the pandemic hit, I was at the Mayo Clinic. And my last trip to the Mayo Clinic, I spent 4 months at the Mayo Clinic. And my last trip there, the doctor told me, while you're not dying, you are suffering. And that was the turning point for me. So as I went through and created Pay-Per-View Publishing was born, and Pay-Per-View is pain, progress, victory, because I believe without pain, there is no progress. And without progress, there can be no victory. So in going through helping people, I go in helping people with an understanding that our stories are traumatic, our stories are painful. A lot of people don't have trauma stories, but most of us do. And so I go in with a patience of, this is anxiety, this is stressful, and sometimes that comes off. You know, Cyrus, when you're working with people, that stress and anxiety is misplaced. And because we're the ones that are hands-on and we're the ones that they see and we're helping them through the process, we're usually also the targets. So I go through it with understanding that, number one, I'm a child of God, and I try not to take it personally, because one of my coaches taught me a long time ago when I started doing coaching and development, Laquita, you cannot help people if you don't figure out how not to fall in the ditch with them. Wow. So I try and be very patient, and I have my outlets too. I have to say with Chanel, she is like, Laquita, you just tell me what you need. Tell me what we can do. And she's like, listen, if you guys have questions, talk to me. Laquita's on deadline. And so I have the opportunity to read everybody's story. And there are some times, Cyrus, when I have to stop and pray for that individual and call them and say, but God. Because if you made it through this, it's because nothing but the grace of God, and trusting the process. So there are people who will and people who won't. But for me, I can only control me and how I react to somebody else's story. And I try not to take it personally. It's not personal. My joy comes in the morning. I know Vanessa just said joy comes in the morning. My joy comes with knowing that this person has gotten their story out. And as Chanel would say, they have unpacked it. And my goal is to help them know that they don't ever have to repack it. You don't ever have to pack it again. And it's not, a lot of people don't want to go through it and trust the process, but that's what helps me to see that it's not personal. It's not directed at me. And there are people in their ears saying, if I were you, I wouldn't tell that story. Or, there's shame behind it. There is, right. I'm ashamed of my story. Well, don't be ashamed of your story, because it's who you are. And somebody's waiting on the other end of your story to heal from their story. So that's how I try and see the good. And I'm obviously say, okay, at the end of the day, I'm like, Lord, there have been so many twists and turns and negativity going on in this project. I know this is going to be a great project because the enemy doesn't want this to happen. So it's going to be great. We already know that.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. Let's see. Jacqueline Cox says, yes, Mama Quita. And on Amazon Live, appreciate you being with us. Monica Jackson says, unsilence is silence is healing. And also she says, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the healing part. I love that Monica brings that up, because, those are two words we've been hearing a lot of lately, especially with everything that's going on in the world internationally. Mm-hmm. And that is hurt, but also the need for healing. Mm-hmm. We have heard that saying, Laquita, you can't have one without the other. How important has it been for you in your life and in your journey and in your work to show people that going through the hurt is part of the healing?
That's important for me. Again, I keep going back to God has me in this position because some people know my story. A lot of people don't. I use my story of medical childhood trauma, and I don't know a day without pain. Today, I'm 54 years old. So in 50 years of my life, I don't know a day without pain. And, Cyrus, a couple of weeks ago, I was a keynote speaker at a Ladies' Day program, and I decided to break down exactly the 50 years of pain by the day, by the minute, by the hour, by the second. And when I got to the 1 billion seconds, over 1 billion seconds, it was deep for me. But I use my story to help people know that I may not have walked in your shoes, but I can't, because as my good friend Trivia would say, I can't walk in your shoes because my shoes hurt my feet. So if my shoes hurt my feet, I can't walk in your shoes. But going through and showing people that I can do this. If I can do this and go through 50 years of pain every single day of my life, not just, every second, every single day of my life, and not knowing what the next day is going to be for my pain structure, then it's a tsunami for me. So I use my story to help people understand that God has already gifted us the ability to do whatever it is we need to do. And for him too, to be able to write that book, start that business, share your story, do whatever it is that you want to do. But you may not be able, my legs are not strong, but my mind is. So God has equipped me with the ability to help people to tell their stories. And so the pain, going through the pain, sometimes the pain, we know some people say pain means you're alive. If you're still in pain, you're feeling pain, you're alive. So being able to help people understand that pain is healing, and no, you can't have one without the other, but you have to embrace them both, because those painful days makes you appreciate those days that are not filled with pain.
Love that. Love that. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say the LinkedIn user says, I love that quote. I appreciate you joining us over there on LinkedIn. I appreciate you guys joining us because we are simulcasting. So we are on Amazon Live. Definitely appreciate you guys joining us on the Amazon Live platform. If you have not gotten this next book, Ouch Lies Hurt, go ahead and click on it. You guys can see it in the carousel there. I'm about to talk to Laquita about it. I have it highlighted for you guys on the Amazon Live side. For those joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, if you guys want to be able to get the next book we're about to talk about with Laquita, Ouch Lies Hurt, you guys can see a link there that'll bring you guys over to Amazon to be able to get that for yourself. So I wanted to say that, preface that before I go into the other book, because I love the fact that you're able to talk to different audiences. Laquita, another saying we hear, there's a lot of sayings out there, right? But another sayings we hear is be able to reach people where they are. How did Ouch Lies Hurt come about, and how did you decide what audience you wanted to reach with that?
I worked and I co-wrote this book with Anthony Wallace. I've published about 6 books for him. And so children automatically lie. They lie for a number of different reasons. They don't want to get in trouble. Even little babies. I have 5 grandchildren from the age of 11, and I have 4 grandchildren under the age of 5. And so they start to tell the little lies. Did you do that? No. And that's a little simple lie. And so Ouch Lies Hurt came about because I wanted to help parents. I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, and I'm all about helping parents help their children make better choices. So I like developing products where it can assist parents. So I like to sing. So Jacqueline knows, everybody who knows me knows that I love to sing. And so I'm always making up these tunes in my head. And so I wrote a little catchy song for Ouch Lies Hurt and sung it for my grandchildren. And they're the 2-year-olds. They know the words to the song. And so I wanted Ouch Lies Hurt. So I wanted it to be like, ouch, when you touch something hot, ouch. When you slam your finger on the door, ouch. I wanted them to know ouch, just like it hurts. So Ouch Lies Hurt. I wanted them to understand the importance of not telling lies, because it hurt. Lies really hurt, and they make people cry. So I chose that audience because children, you have to teach them before the cement hardens. So you don't wait until they're 6 and 7 to start teaching them not to lie. You start teaching them when they're old enough because babies know how to manipulate. When they're born, they know how to manipulate. Oh, she's holding me. Oh my God, there's Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. She's holding me. If she put me down and I start crying and she picks me back up, I can cry. So they know how to manipulate. So teaching them early, all of these are my clients. I love them. I love them. Thank you, guys. And so with Ouch Lies Hurt, I wanted little children, and it's for parents too. I wanted little children to get it and understand that, you know what, when I tell this lie, it's going to make mommy hurt. It's going to make daddy hurt. It's going to make my sister, brother hurt. So don't tell a lie. Just tell the truth. So that's how that came up.
Love that. Love that. Dr. Monica on Amazon Live says there is purpose in pain. Pain propels purpose. And I think that's the thing too. I think too, getting out of our own way sometimes, right, Laquita? Because I think, if I look at my own life, I think so many times we don't do things because we don't have it all figured out, instead of realizing nobody has it all figured out, but you have to do, right? You have to put forth that effort. And I appreciate you sharing about your own personal journey there, because it kind of, I always remind people too that everyone has a story, just like you were sharing a bit of your story here. a reason why they could say what they can't do, but you still make a choice to do it. What would you say to our audience out there who may have gotten to this last quarter of 2023 and they've been talking about that book they want to write, or that song they want to write, and that that thing they want to do? What would you say to them to help them realize the importance of going for it?
What I would say to them is to just do it. Just do it. Life is going to happen. Every single day, life is going to happen. There's going to be something that's going to be more important. There's going to be something that's going to be a priority. And in 5 years, you're still going to be thinking, I could have wrote that book, or I want to write that book. Make that book a priority, just like other things. But when things happen, don't put it to the back of the line. Just put it there with it, and keep picking it up every day. Do something for you. It's for you. And decide what type of legacy are you gonna leave. So if I die today and my children, because we're note takers as writers, we're note takers. I'm a bona fide note taker. So if I die today and my children have to come in and clean up my things, they're going to pick up all these pieces of paper, all these notepads, all these journals that I have, and they may or may not go in the trash. But when they pick up the books that I've written 13 books, written and published 13 books of my own. And I'm an international best-selling author for a new book, My 2 Cents on Self-Care. But when they pick up those books are not going to go in the garbage can. They're going to be able to find that, and that's going to be the legacy, because my children and my grandchildren, my grandchildren's children, their children, they're going to always be able to find Nana, and they're going to always be able to see my legacy. So think about your importance in this world and leave a legacy so that people will understand who you are. Sometimes, Cyrus, they don't know. They look at me and say, oh, she's nice. Or they look at me and say, mama's mean, but they don't know that. They don't know my story. They don't know that, mama may have been abused, or grandmama may have been abused, or maybe I was the victim of gang rape, or maybe I was a drug baby, or maybe I went through and I don't want to get close, or I was hurt and I don't want to hurt anybody. So, but when you write your story, you tell your own story, and you don't give other people the authority to write your story. So write your story and close off the communication noises of people saying you shouldn't. When somebody starts telling you, if I was you, I wouldn't, just close them off. Don't listen to them. Write your story, because there's somebody waiting for the healing. The only way that we can't help somebody, or the only way we can't help somebody heal through our stories, are the people we don't share. If we don't share our story, it's a twofold thing, Cyrus. I heal and you heal, and you don't have to pack it up again. So write your story. And if I can help you in any way, reach out to me. There are numerous of publishers in the world, and I may not be everybody's choice. And I don't have to publish your story to help you decide whether you want to write your story. But write your story. No matter what, write your story.
Love that. Jacqueline says, thanks to Quita's instruction, I've made my legacy matter, mine and my husband and kids. Love that. Carolyn Coleman says, yes, let them go. And Vanessa Blackwell says, yes, I agree with you, Laquita, just do it. I think that's it. I mean, and you know what? Now we say that, Laquita, that it's not easy.
No.
But still, it's worth it, right? It's worth it. It goes back to what I think it was Dr. Monica mentioned. Pain propels purpose. It can be painful, but it can definitely be worth it for sure. Great conversation with you. Again, everyone, I've been speaking with Laquita Parks in this segment, talking with her about her extraordinary journey, but also the books she's been able to help to bring to life, including, of course, for herself, Ouch Lies Hurt. We have it highlighted there. And also, of course, you see she said yes to herself unapologetically. It's coming out this week. So make sure you guys go ahead and get it for only 99 cents. That's a great gift for yourself and for someone else. Go ahead and get that for 99 cents. I have it highlighted in the carousel there, so make sure you guys take advantage of that. Dr. Monica says, Laquita, you know my motto, silence kills, speaking heals.
Yes.
And I think that is such a powerful thing for all of us to remember. Laquita, again, great conversation with you. How can our viewers stay connected with you?
Yes, they can reach me through payprovpublishing.com, www.payprovpublishing.com. provipublishing.com. And I am on all things social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. I think I might be on TikTok. I'm not quite sure how to use TikTok yet, but my children will show me. And if all else fails, you can Google me.
Yeah, there you go.
You can
There you
Google
go.
me.
Well, Laquita, this is great. As I mentioned, Laquita is going to be in the upcoming issue of Conversations Magazine, published right here on Amazon. So make sure you guys look out for that. And featuring, of course, the one and only Cedric the Entertainer. He released his debut novel on September the 12th, Flipping Boxcars. He's our cover feature. Also, you heard us mention Chanel Coleman Wesley. She also is in that issue, as well as Laquita. We have Bill Bellamy in that issue, too. And we have an exclusive first look at Dr. Velma Bagby's upcoming release, The Wrong Catch, her next book in the Catch series. So a lot of great things coming up right here on Amazon with Conversations Magazine. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Laquita, again, great conversation. Thank you so much again for being on with us, and looking forward to having you back on.
Thank you so much. And what a wonderful way to share my birthday.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. And we thank all of you for being with us for this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents and Amazon Live. Thank you for that, Jacqueline. Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate that. A lot of great things coming up. We have more conversations coming up, if you can believe it. As I mentioned, I'm working with 100 brands this week to be able to share with you guys some great deals, so that we don't just overload you. We're sprinkling them throughout the segments. As you can see, we do have some designated shows going on Wednesday on October the 11th that are just for products. So you'll see me in Studio A for that. So I'll be doing those, a different setup. I'll be standing for those, showing you different things. This, of course, is where we do our interview series here, of course, for Studio B. So, of course, we do invite you guys back tomorrow. We have more conversations coming up. Jacqueline Cox, you saw her in the comment section. She's going to be just one of, I think it's 8 guests we have tomorrow for Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. So again, all of the books, thank you, Dr. Monica, I appreciate that. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are new to us on Amazon Live, make sure you guys do click that follow button. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. Also, again, all the books and the products we talked about today, you'll see either here on the side or down below as well here on Amazon. For those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, make sure you guys do click the link that'll bring you over to Amazon. If you see anything that you like there, you can be able to add it to your cart. And don't forget to check out, because remember, for all of the Prime sales, all of the sales end on October the 11th. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you so much for being on with us. We'll be back with you guys real soon. Take care.